What it do? Welcome to another new episode of Tech File. If you're watching on the YouTube video, you can already see. It's just me and my brother-in-law in here today. We got a little space. We on the couch this week.
I'm stretch my legs a little bit. See, here we go. See, here we go.
Tim,
we good.
Tim got space, and
I got space. I'm trying to maintain.
But we got a lot to talk about, so let's get right on into it. Welcome to episode 322 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, Camille already made me mad.
What did I do?
AKA Ass Ketchum, AKA Mr. Give It To Me.
What did I do?
You challenged me to a game of who's game that needs a name, so.
Okay, we'll get
sparked
to that
my competitive flair. I am upset with you now until the game is over.
Eric is not here this week. He's under the weather, so shout out to the E and Tech File. I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door, holding it down for all the women who love sports. Kay Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
He ain't here this week either, as I mentioned. It's just me and my brother-in-law here this week. So we're going to hold it down for the Tech File crew, covering NFL, NBA, and some pro wrestling as well. Now, before we get into the game that needs a name that apparently upset Tim, something that we do every week.
I get mad at y'all every week.
No, you don't.
Hey, I'm Bruce Banner in this mug. I am Bruce Banner. I hold my anger in. I try to make sure I keep it professional. But I'm mad at y'all every time we play this game.
Okay,
I gotta win.
I guess before we get into this game, let me first get into some housekeeping here for the crew. If you have not already, please subscribe to the podcast on our YouTube page. Like, comment, all of that good stuff helps with the algorithms, helps us get found on YouTube. It's very important to us. Shout out to everybody this year. We're closing the year up, and next week when we have our official last episode of the season, I'll dive into the numbers a little bit, but we doubled our YouTube following this past year. So shout out to everybody who's been joining on the YouTube. We're going to try to double it again at the very least for next year, but the YouTube support is very, very important. But as well, if you listen to the audio platform, wherever that might be, make sure that you rate us 5 stars. Drop a review. Share the show. No matter what platform you listen to, share the show. It helps us get found. You know, we talked about it last week. What that word of mouth do? We need to know. We really need to know.
Like sharing is caring. It's the season of giving. Yeah. Give them the gift of Tech File. Treat yourselves and your family members.
You can treat them with the audio version, the video version. You can treat them with some Tech File merch if you want to, because we got that as well. So, support the pod however you can. It goes a long way for us.
Oh, sorry. I was going to treat them to a give it to me experience.
Oh, really? A give it to me experience. That sounds like something
that's all
get you in trouble.
But nonetheless, sure.
Eric had a comment here. He said, I was going to ask why you sitting so far away from each other, but I guess Tim just explained it.
Yeah, I'm just testing out my wingspan, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we cool, fam. We cool. Game that needs a name this week. We are going to do Marvel movies. And if you're unfamiliar with the game that needs a name, it is a rapid fire memory based game where we choose a topic. As you just heard this week, it is Marvel movies. We go back and forth. We get about 5 seconds to answer. You can't repeat an answer. So for example, I might say Thor and then he might say Thor too. And we're going to keep going until there's one person remaining and that last person standing wins the game.
For sure.
All right. It was your idea to do Marvel movies?
Sure.
So you can start us off.
Let's go with Iron Man.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 3. Let's run through them.
Yep. Captain America.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
Captain America Civil War.
Avengers.
Thor 1.
Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Avengers Infinity War.
Thor 2. Let's do this.
The Marvels.
Oh, damn. Captain Marvel.
The Eternals.
God damn. Oh, no.
Feels like
out.
a victory to me, boss. Shang-Chi.
I'll be blanking out, dog.
I knew doing the number thing for a while was going to get you in a good rhythm. So now I was like, let me swerve real quick to the right.
But that's what I wanted to do. I was like, let me hit the ones that ain't got numbers on them.
Let me swerve.
She's sucking me into the game.
Yeah, when I hit the Marvels, I did not expect Miss Marvel to come. So I was like, let me swerve again. Swerve right on into victory over here, y'all. Dwayne was right.
Ah,
he said I was going to smoke you in this game.
Yeah, I ain't get smoked. You know what?
And I did.
The anger has returned.
But now let's get into the topics of the week: NFL, NBA, and wrestling.
For sure.
For the NFL segment this week, again, it's just us two. So what we generally do on a week-to-week basis here at Tech File is all four of us choose a topic in each category, and we have a discussion around it. Since it's just me and Tim, it's going to be a little bit abbreviated. Might not be as long of a show as you've become accustomed to, but it should be entertaining nonetheless. Tim, what you want to talk about from the NFL?
We're going to teach y'all something too. Teach you a thing or two. This playoff scenario right now, the NFL. All right.
Let me pull up the standing.
Yeah, because it's a little wild right now. So we'll go the easy route first. That's the AFC. Oh, shit. I appreciate it. It's the AFC. So first, we got Baltimore is the only team that's clinched in the AFC at the moment. Right.
In the AFC, yep.
Yep. And then we have the Dolphins in the 2 spot, Chiefs in the 3 spot, Jaguars in the 4 spot, Browns in the 5 spot, Bengals in the 6, and Colts in the 7. Behind them, there's really only 2 teams that's given issue, and that's the Texans in the 8 spot and the Bills in the 9 spot. They're both 8-6. So the AFC is more. You got 2 teams that's kind of on the cusp, and honestly, if you had to put your money on, this is gonna be the easy one. You had to put your money on 7. What you got?
Well, we know Baltimore clinched. They're gonna be the 1 seed for sure.
All right.
Miami is interesting. I was looking at this. Miami hasn't beat anybody with a winning record yet this year.
Really?
And now they last 3 weeks is going to be against the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bills. Now, I'm not saying that to say I think that the Dolphins are about to get knocked off the playoffs. But what I am saying is the next 3 weeks are going to be really interesting to watch for Miami against these 3 teams in particular here. Who they have in front of them. Kansas City, yeah, they in there. Jacksonville, that's an interesting one.
I think they got it.
Right there. Just because, I mean, the AFC South, Jacksonville, Indiana, or the Colts and the Texans are all 8-6. Like, that division is still, you can toss that one up a couple different ways.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that one. Like the Jags, it makes sense.
I feel like they set. I feel like they'll be all right. I feel like they'll close it out.
I mean, the Jags have the Buccaneers, the Panthers, and the Titans. So
yeah,
it's not.
They'll be all right.
It's not tough sledding. Meanwhile, the Colts have the Falcons, the Raiders, and the Texans. Texans, Colts, end of the year. Of course, that's going to be something because that's divisional.
That's going to decide probably the 7th spot.
And then the Texans, they got the Browns, the Titans, and then, as I mentioned, the Colts.
Okay.
It should be Jacksonville. That's what it should be Jacksonville winning that division.
Right.
But if CJ Stroud comes back off this concussion this week, because I know right now he's still kind of questionable if he's going to play this week as we record this. Because they're going to need him against the Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns ain't been no joke.
Especially that defense. It's mainly been that defense. But Joe Flacco is out here getting dubs. Bro, like helping tight ends get career high.
That's what Joe do.
Joe Flacco. I'm like, damn. Hey, it was a good call. It was a good call by the GM. People questioning it. People was like, there's other guys out there that's younger, that's better. Joe Flacco came in and throwing these ducks to W's.
Ducks to W's is wild.
Like, hey, do you, bro? Congratulations. And the Browns, again, and because the Browns have such a great defense, you don't have to do nothing more than just don't lose us the game.
And Joe Flacco's good for that. He can manage with the best of them. Hey, I just saw the comments. I'm gonna have an old woman moment right here. I'm so far away now from the TV screen. I'm like, dog, These words for these comments look real small, fam.
You ain't got your glasses.
I got my contacts and I'm sitting here like,
Oh no.
what are they saying? I can't even tell.
You want me to be on comment? I can be on comment duty.
Hey,
Hey,
I got a backup plan. I got a backup plan. But I just saw that slide was saying that the sequels had names when we was doing the Marvel movies, and that made me laugh out loud. Like y'all kind of cheating the system here. You can't just Thor 1, Thor 2, Thor 3.
I mean, just you know. Wait,
but anyway,
a little bit.
AFC pitch. So you think the AFC picture is gonna stay as it is?
I don't think the Bills is gonna hop in there. Honestly, I don't trust them.
I think the Bills are gonna miss the playoffs.
Yes, I don't think I had them in my playoff predictions in at the beginning of the season. I don't think I had the Bills there.
We're gonna have to double check that
because I think I had the Jets and the Dolphins. I don't think I had the Bills.
We all missed on the Jets there. But,
no, we couldn't.
We didn't expect things to go.
Mr. Liar! I'm so sick of him and his shit. Since we here, pump faking everybody. Someone's like, I'm probably gonna play at the end of the year. Yeah, it's got 2 weeks left. Man, we in the playoff hunt. I'm there. To now, it's a no-brainer. If it was there, if it's a playoff game, yeah, I'll play. But right now, no, I don't see anything happening. Not this year. We got to limit. We knew this, bro. We knew this, but I guess New York needed a little bit more light before it was dim for the season.
It was one of those things that you're saying it's a chance.
Ain't no way. Again, if he done came out on this damn field out and threw up a conspiracy hoodie so goddamn fast, it'd have been the biggest damn hoodie you ever seen in your life.
No one would have believed that man was actually healed.
No, he's not. He's not. No matter what the hell he tried to tell people.
People wouldn't believe that he really tore his Achilles, although we all saw it ripple down his
He had a rubber band back there. They flipped the switch. That's it.
All right, fam. We're going to just move on because I ain't got time for the conspiracies here. Okay, so AFC playoff pick, you say you think it's going to stay as is?
I
don't know. I don't believe in Pittsburgh.
If CJ Stroud could come back healthy,
Texans maybe.
I got the Texans over the Colts. But I do not have faith in the Bills, though.
I ain't got faith in Pittsburgh. So they in. I
know that shit. I don't even got them in the equation.
Denver's in the hunt.
Barely.
I mean, they 7-7. They in the hunt. They can make it shake. It's not unreasonable to think that they could.
I guess.
And it's not like their schedule is. I don't believe, if I remember correctly, their schedule is.
The NFC West is just. AFC
they got
West.
The Panthers, the Chargers, and the Raiders to finish the season. The Broncos do. Like, that's not unwinnable for them. Especially these Chargers at this point in the season. And these Patriots, the 3-11 Patriots, like
they end at 10-7.
They could. It's on the table. It's on the table. That's why I'm not counting them out. I have no me and Tim were talking on the way here, and I said, "This ain't what people want to hear." But fam, the NFL is a crapshoot. Like, if you were betting money on this, whatever you put your bet on to start the season, just hope that ride out because you can't predict this stuff on a week-to-week basis. The only thing I can say is Chargers ain't doing it. I ain't got too much faith in the Raiders. We know Tennessee is out. Pittsburgh, I don't believe in. We know the Patriots are out. The Jets are out. So
I ain't got no damn faith in the Broncos. I'm keeping it at it's go between the Texans and the Colts. That's how I'm feeling. Okay. And I feel like it's going to end with, if CJ Stroud comes back healthy enough, it'll end with the Texans there. Even though they're missing Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Brown was a nice feeling. Outside of the last game. But
did you see the Steelers game with was it George Pickens who didn't block for the run?
Oh yeah, just looking.
And he said he didn't do it because he saw that Tank Dell injury. He was, I'm not about to. That ain't gonna happen to me, boss. People are upset with him. Like, it's football. You got to play the game. Hey,
Tank Dell, I guess, also is about my size.
Yeah, our guy
trying to block NFL lineman.
So that man's got to be about 5'7". He's a small.
And I'm blocking lineman 6'5", 6'8".
Hey, that man got heart. Let's look at the NFC then.
Okay. NFC.
3 teams that's clinched, right?
We have the 49ers, Cowboys, and the Eagles have all clinched. So at the moment, there's number 1, 2, and 5 seeds. That leaves the 3, 4, 6, 7 seeds to the Lions, Buccaneers, Vikings, and Rams, respectively.
Assuming that like some weird don't happen and Detroit win out and Dallas and Philly like lose out or something like that. But
Correct.
To move them around in the standings, but we know for sure the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Eagles will be in the playoffs.
Correct.
They got 4 spots.
Then right behind them, we have 4 teams that's in the hunt. I'm not counting the Giants, bro. Ain't no way, boy. But the 4 teams in the hunt is the Seahawks.
They beat us, though.
They did. That's fine. Kudos. You ain't beating everybody else. I got the... Well, actually, shit, they might. I got the Seahawks, Saints at 7 and 7 for the 8 and 9 spots, and then the Falcons and the Packers at 10 and 11 at 6 and 8. I don't know about the Rams maintaining, though they do have the offensive weapons.
They got a good shot to do it.
Stafford comes back. He's flinging that ball around again. Cooper Kupp is slowly getting back into form. They still got Puka. They still got like Kyrie Williams is just a monster. A monster at running back.
No, he really is though.
Like St. Louis. I'm not St. Louis. LA. The Rams can find them a damn running back. They can find them a running back. They can make a running back. Hell, for a minute, Darrell Henderson was hot. Hot. They've had the Todd Gurleys, the Marshall Faulks, the right now Williams. Like they can find them a good back. But anyways, I don't know about them maintaining there though. Nor do I feel safe about the Vikings either.
It's a lot of 7 and 7 teams in the NFC.
The Seahawks are good. Like,
I mean, we just saw what they did against the Eagles this past week. Everybody calling the Eagles frauds.
And Geno wasn't playing.
I know. That's the
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock went down the field, the game-winning drive.
So they have the capability, and I don't trust the Vikings, so they could slide into that 6th spot. That 7th spot, man,
I'm just go ahead and I just tipped my hat when we talking about the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Can't call it in the NFL. It is what it is. You can look at what teams' weaknesses are, what teams' strengths are, and you can try to figure out who's going to win this particular battle. How will it go? What are the keys to the game? What should we be looking for? But any given Sunday is a real thing. And that's we've said on the show, thanks to Eric, as he pointed out. Any given Sunday, Saturday, Thursday, Monday, whatever day the NFL is going to be playing on now, is what it is.
And the NFC South is up for grabs still.
It sure is. It sure is. But I say that to say, when the season started, I had the Packers as a wild card team. And I know we can still be there. We don't want to talk about it because we just got embarrassed by the Giants and then Buccaneers, and it was embarrassing.
Listen, Joe got to go. Talking about somebody got to, we ain't going to talk about, we don't want to talk about Joe goddamn Barry, bro. And that defense, why are we sitting 10 yards off the line of scrimmage?
And that's all.
On 3rd and 2.
Why don't we adjust is the question. Like, you see what they're doing. Please adjust.
3rd and 50. We at the damn end zone. Why are we back there?
No, Eric, the Packers ain't cooked. The Packers are not cooked yet.
We are not. But
the Packers' playoff chances are around 22% right now as we sit here record this. If they win their final 3 games, the Packers still have like a 94% chance to make the playoffs. It's unfortunate now that they lost to the Buccaneers this past week because now they don't control their own destiny like they did before. They will need a little help. So what they're going to need is for those teams ahead of them, Carolina way behind us, the Rams, the Saints, the Seahawks, need them to lose again to have a chance to finish ahead of them in the playoff spots. We do have tiebreakers against the Rams and the Saints, but can't count that alone. We need them to lose. And the Seahawks loss has to be against Pittsburgh or Arizona, apparently. So we need them to lose. Also, we need the Vikings to lose. We play the Vikings, which helps, get us back on even ground, but we need them to lose an additional game as well. So, Detroit, need y'all to win one for us, buddy. And then the Falcons and the Packers could still be tied, and the Falcons have a tiebreaker over the Packers. Okay. So, we need them to learn to lose one, too, just to have the room around us. But like you said, they fighting for the division still, technically, so they gonna be playing for something.
It's gonna be a fun fight. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be some good football. It's gonna be. I'm grateful because this is leading all the way through the championship for the fantasy. So everybody gonna be playing for something. So just on the selfish fan and the selfish fantasy fan in us. The teams that we don't want Joe star player to be chilling in week 18.
No.
So, especially not me. I got Jalen Hurts as my quarterback, bro. He can't be. He got. They got to win. They got to. I'm glad they didn't lose. I ain't gonna hold you. So now they ain't got to chill. Go ahead, keep playing. Go ahead, keep playing.
Dwayne said the Vikings need to get a coach to figure out how to close out games.
Oh, you weren't complaining about this last year?
I was just about to say that.
Last year, this wasn't the issue.
Last
now
year, everything cool.
Now
it's high variance, fam. It's high variance. Y'all just breaking the other way more times than not. Eric said that still sounds kind of cooked to him for the Packers. When you don't control your own destiny, like the stove is on, fam. It's on. Mm-hmm. The pot is being put on the stove, so you gotta do everything that you can to try and keep that not going. Like you gotta do what you do. So Packers gotta take care of business first and foremost, and they need some additional help. Could happen. Apparently, it's likely to happen, given what the playoff odds simulators and all that stuff is saying. Like if you win out, it's a 90-some% chance for you to make it. So
right.
I don't know. That don't sound too cooked to me. That's just my opinion. I'm just a girl.
How you complain about it last year, Dwayne? And y'all was winning. Y'all had like the most wins within 3 points.
Probably because it's unsustainable.
He learned how to close them out last year. That's his complaint this year. He can't complain about them not closing out last year when y'all closed them out.
New year, fam. New year, new them.
I guess.
But what I want to talk about from the NFL, ESPN released a 30 for 30, the Minister of Defense. I said Minister of Magic. Think about Harry Potter. It's Christmas time.
It is Harry Potter season. Potter.
No, but the Minister of Defense 30 for 30 came out on Reggie White.
Okay.
When I heard about it, I said, I got to tune into that because keep in mind, my age here, our age here.
Right.
When Reggie White was doing his thing with the Packers, we were kids.
Right.
Like 98, I was 9, you might have been 10. So like kids. So I was like, okay, I remember in my head Reggie White being cool. Mm-hmm. So first I had what I remembered going into the doc.
Right.
Which was Reggie White was cold. Reggie White really loved Jesus.
Correct.
He had some homophobic views.
Fair.
And that's really just, that's about it of what I knew about Reggie going into the documentary. Is there anything else that, like, because you haven't seen it yet, right?
No.
When you think of Reggie White, what do you think of?
I mean, highly religious. Strong as hell.
Yeah.
Family man. And I know he had, like, before all of that, I know there was some, I remember it was some stuff, but it kind of took a minute to get there. But after that, like the picture going out and the way he ended his career with Green Bay and things like that, like it really helps reshape his image that he had from earlier in his career. Right. I don't remember exactly the events of everything that happened earlier. I just know it wasn't at one point, like how we view him now wasn't how he was viewed initially, I believe, right? Something to that extent.
I think because we were kids, we didn't understand exactly the ramifications of everything that he was saying. Like I remember getting older and hearing like he was actually problematic, and I was always like, "Oh, Reggie, for real?" Like, okay. And I looked into it, and that's when I saw like the homophobic, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like he had some things with him. Sly in the comments here added that. Oh shoot! I thought it was about to be the what was the brawl with the chair that just had
the Mississippi boat,
the Alabama boat. I feel like I'm letting down the culture now. I can't remember what it was.
We collectively.
But he added the fact that Reggie White had a whole Jesus Man movie too. But Fade in the Water. Thank you, Eric.
Fade in the Water?
That's what it was called. Fade in the Water, fam.
Damn.
It's been a long year, huh? It almost feels like that happened already. The Montgomery Riverboat Brawl. Yes.
There we go.
Yes. Okay. So, with Reggie, Dwayne said he needs to see this too because he used to love Reggie White, which is funny as a Vikings fan. When someone in your own division is like, oh, he was cold. Like,
that's how I felt about Adrian Peterson.
Barry Sanders.
Calvin
Johnson. Like, there's Brian Urlacher. Like, there's a few where he's like, hey, like, I can't say nothing. Like, you cold.
Like, the challenge is, what the fuck can you say?
So, the documentary one, again, reminded us how cold Reggie White was because that part that I remembered, accurate. Cold.
My man's one hand on left and right tackles. Move, bro.
That move. They had J.J. Watt break down the science behind how you do that. And he's like, you get such an advantage on the edge with your speed. Mm-hmm. And then you take your inside arm and you just fling him out the way. Off the hump move. And he was like, man, it's unbelievable. Reggie was doing this stuff. So, again, cold. Philly loved him. Philly loved him so much that when he was getting ready to leave, Philly didn't even get mad. They was just kind of like, "We love you, Reggie." All right. And Philly don't act like that. Philly
hate everybody.
Throw batteries at Santa Claus. Like Philly, they said, "All right, you got it, Reggie. We respect you." And when they keyed in on like the religious aspect of Reggie White and everything like that, it was interesting because apparently towards the end of his life, he started questioning some things. He was somebody who never really read the Bible himself, apparently, which really surprised me.
He's only read 2?
He said it was too hard for him to actually read himself. So everything that he preached, everything that he said were things that he was taught from other people or heard. Towards the end of his life, he started reading the scripture himself and being like, "Oh, like I
misconstrued a couple.
Yeah, like I was kind of off in a few things. So I won't ruin all of the different.
But what happened if you don't actually pick up the book
itself? But you would have minister.
I heard. You was walking on mountains. There was water. No, mountains. Somebody told me it was mountains. Let's go tell it on the mountains. Negro. I'm glad he actually picked up the book.
But it was and I also had completely blanked out once he retired and he was talking in front of the state legislator and he was being racist. He had a whole racist rant. And I was like, I did not remember this. Like, this man really got up there and said, I'm sorry. He said, "God bless the white man with structure. White man's good with money."
Oh no, not Uncle Ruckus.
God bless the black man with the spirit. You ever go to one of our churches? We move, we dance. He blessed the Mexicans with family. They fit 20 people in the house. Like he did every race. Like this man is in front of the state legislator, like. And then he was trying to make the point of being like, God made us all different. And when we come together, it's a complete picture of God. And it's like, nah, fam, you can't. you can't.
You try to read every race and shit, and then we all supposed to come together?
Come together with these hands. Like, what you on? Why are you doing
the collective.
I say all this to say Reggie White was a complicated dude. And they also had Brett Favre in there. And there was a funny part where he pretty much said that Reggie White's the reason that he became addicted to pain pills because of the game against Philly. Where Reggie White went after him, he got hurt. He said, "I didn't know if I was gonna be able to throw." They gave me some pills, and I said, "Yo, this is great."
Hey, yo!
And that game is when that was the first time he had pain meds, and after that, he couldn't stop. But it's a great documentary. It's like an
These
hour
cats going
45.
crazy in the comments.
Oh, they talking about NWO Reggie White, and Sly said that Reggie White not reading the Bible sounds like a whole bunch of Christians. Which, and then Eric said, Reggie Ratchet? What y'all?
Reggie Ruckus.
Oh.
Yeah, they in there walling.
Listen, all I'm going to say, if you haven't seen the 30 for 30, like it's definitely well worth the watch, especially if you were a Packers fan, like seeing the on-field product during the time and hearing how the man felt like he was being pimped by people for God, quote unquote, until he got older.
Hell yeah. They was telling him what the hell was in the Bible. He ain't read it. Yeah, he getting pimped. Yes, that is wild.
Pimp for the Lord, man.
I ain't know you had a preacher that never read the Bible.
Yeah, he wasn't ordained. Like he got a nickname. It was a nickname. He wasn't really no minister or preacher. Like he just parroted a lot of things he heard.
I'm curious at some of them locker room speeches, if he got the spirit of Michael Irvin in him. Michael Irvin. At any point during these speeches. How wild. These joints may have sounded so some of the folks that may have actually picked up the book.
The spirit.
They looking over
there.
Hey, bro, I ain't read that. That wasn't in there.
What book Reggie got? This dude.
Hey, whatever it is, that motherfucker can play.
But one thing I did, I'll end it here because one thing I heard a lot growing up was Reggie White always saying, like, you know, God told me to join the Green Bay Packers. That I did remember hearing a lot when I was a kid. God told me to join the Green Bay Packers. Bill Belichick was in the movie too. He was coaching Cleveland at the time, another team that he was thinking about going to. And he called Bill and said, I'm going to go to Green Bay. I'm not coming to Cleveland. He's, I think God told me to go to Green Bay.
Right.
And Bill says, okay, yeah, God told you. Let me guess, Green Bay gave you the biggest bag. And Reggie's probably like, yeah, they did. But Reggie ended up saying later on, like, I used to say so much, God made me do this, or God said to do this, and really a lot of times it was my ego. So like watching what we saw when he was younger and then seeing how he reflected on that older, because they used footage from an interview with him that never really aired.
Okay.
months before he passed away.
Interesting.
So it's an interesting way to look at the career of Reggie White as well as look at the man that he was, because again, the man said some stuff when he was playing.
Quick aside about people playing things that would never air after they passed. Kobe messaged to Shohei Ohtani. Did you hear
about joining the Lakers or joining the Dodgers?
Yeah, about joining the Dodgers. Did you hear about that? That is wild to me that y'all sat on that. Sat on that for years. And then when this man come in for the interview, y'all want to entertain him. Y'all play a message from Kobe. That's some wild stuff, bro.
I see Shells in the comment. What's up? He said he just watched that with his dad yesterday. What'd you think of the Reggie White documentary? I thought it was really good. And I would encourage everyone to go and watch that. That was my NFL thing for this week. Anything else you want to say before we move off of this?
No, bro. Best of luck to the how you do it. The odds forever being your favor. Is that it? The three this way?
What do you? Is it this way? Was this Hunger Games stuff?
Is it this way? Am I doing it right?
I don't know, fam. I didn't watch Hunger
Games. Jutsu shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
Throwing them gang signs on camera. Chelsea was very good as well, so we got a co-sign in the comments here. NBA. I wanted to talk about Draymond Green.
What about him? What about him?
Last week after we recorded, he punched somebody in the face.
My man said he was tugging on me.
He said
he was pulling my jersey.
Yusuf Nurkic, he was playing the Suns. He was getting tugged on, and Draymond did a rip around motion with a roundhouse fist.
I was falling.
And said it was an accident. I didn't mean to hit that man like that. Okay. He apologized afterwards. The NBA said, you are indefinitely suspended. You're going to have a list of criteria of things to do before you get back on the court, sir. Apparently this week he started counseling. Okay. And the sources around the team are suggesting that he'll be out for at least 3 weeks, which is about 12 games.
Okay.
With Draymond's history, keep in mind, he was ejected or suspended earlier this season for choking out Rudy Gobert. And apparently he watched the clip of it and said, I didn't realize I was holding that man that long.
Yo, what you mean? That long? Why'd you do it in the first place? Why'd you grab a hold of the man's neck?
That's the question, son.
I didn't realize I was holding him that long. Let's start from the beginning. How did we get here?
Listen, it was an accident. He had the Gobert choke out. Mm-hmm. And then in the last season, the playoffs, he did the curb stomp on Sabonis' chest.
That was an accident. He ain't see him there.
Yeah.
That was an actual motion.
I don't know. And then he also got suspended last year because he had the 16 pecks last season. This is just a recent history of Draymond. We didn't even go back to training camp when he punched his teammate in the face. That's last year as well.
Within the year.
Yeah. So, about 12 games at least for Draymond this time around for his most recent action. Do you think that was too much? Is there being too much put on Draymond? Because there's people talking about, like, the man clearly needs help. He needs counseling. He needs to do all this other stuff. Like, do you think this is too much on Draymond, or is this punishment that the NBA doled out? Do you think it's right?
I think indefinite should be what they mean. Like, when they said indefinite, I felt like the NBA was like, okay, cool. Look, you clearly have something that you need to work on.
Right.
We're gonna try. We're gonna, before we just oust you, we're gonna try as an organization, try as a entity to help this individual. I personally, I know y'all disagreed with me, but I felt like Draymond is trying to keep the OG status.
So you think he's just doing stuff to keep a rep?
Like, because a lot of people talk about how ain't nobody real tough guys in the NBA. All y'all do is talk. Mm-hmm. I feel like part of it is like, no, I'm not gonna be one of them cats that y'all just gonna say nothing and just gonna be out here talking. I'm gonna actually slap you. If I'm saying I'm gonna slap you, I'm gonna slap you. Like, it is what it is. Like, don't play with Draymond. So, Draymond really might do something.
So you saying Draymond is, when keeping it real goes wrong?
He just keeping it real. He don't think it's wrong. He didn't realize he was holding that man that long. He didn't know he was holding that man that long. But if you say something like that, then that you might mentally need something.
If you think you wasn't choking somebody?
Like, I didn't know I was holding that man that long. Wait, so how long did you actually think that you was? Did you thought it was like this? You hit it with a...
Sly in the comments added, but if you look at who he's beating up on, it ain't no real threats. He's picking on people. You saw when Isaiah Stewart and him had beef in that game in Detroit. Draymond said, "Hold on, buddy. Hold on there."
It's just That's how I felt. But I also feel like the effort that the league is putting in is them saying this is our last effort with you, because in essence they enabled him for one.
Steve Kerr especially.
And then Steve started blasting him.
When it became too much.
Lord.
After that man choked out Rudy Gobert, he's trying to help his teammate. He's pulling his teammate off of him. And now Draymond needs help.
The same like, man. You mean the same Draymond kicking people in the nuts? You mean the same? I was like, damn. Right, man. Like, how you gonna read him, bro? Like, you've been enabling this, him and the league. When Draymond earlier this year, after the chokeout, y'all can't keep Draymond for being Draymond. Y'all can't tell me how to be me. Then I was like, okay, so he gonna do it forever, bro. Like, at this point, like, y'all can't tell me not to not do what I'm doing. Y'all not gonna suspend me that long. Y'all not gonna find me that long. I done got enough bags so if y'all suspend me, it ain't gonna hurt me like that anyway. What's this, his third max? Second or third?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he got 2 on for them for sure.
I know he got 20 ejections. He suspension.
He got more than enough now to where that probably ain't gonna hurt him like that. I think there was a timeline where I think his penalty would go up if he was missing a certain amount of games, but other than that, it's like I looked at indefinitely as till you prove to us you good, we're not gonna let you back. And for that, I wouldn't have felt whatever, had it been 12, 15, 25, whatever, it wouldn't have been too much to me because we're legitimately trying to help you out. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to be like, we'll give you like 8 games and you should figure it out within 8 games and be back and you cool. That kind of seems like, kind of like with the Ja thing. We're going to give you a handful of games and you should be good within the next 3 days. Nah, bro. I need a little bit more you need time. You need time. So I felt like indefinitely should give him time.
To your point about that, I see Eric in the comments. He said that when Draymond came back from the Gobert suspension, he wasn't remorseful at all. So I knew it was only a matter of time before he did it again. To your point about Draymond just out here doing whatever he wants to do. I'm more in line with Shell said in the comments. That's how I really feel about it. Shell said that these are the actions of a player that knows he's cooked and is frustrating him. I think it's more along those lines of like, you're getting older. We know Father Time is undefeated in many different ways. We know LeBron out here trying to give Father Time his first L. A bar LeBron. Like a mug, I know. Wait, real quick. I know LeBron had that bar just in the tuck for a while. He said, "I'm gonna kill him when I bring this." There was no way that was off the top of the dome. There is no way.
He got it plastered and shit.
He played that one and it cooked. Like, bravo. But I think that's part of what it is. You get older, you can't do as much as you used to do on the court. And I think that if he just reversed being just even a little bit more
grab your calf on the way past.
He was already somebody who played on that line at almost all times. And it's like, at this point, people are going to remember more about Draymond's off-court activities. Because Eric posted this in the comments as well about how he has a whole highlight video of his antics. And it's longer than some of his actual highlight videos. And that's the part of it for me that's like disappointing about the Draymond situation. Because at his peak, the man like revolutionized how defense was thought about with the small ball defender. Like him, what he did in these lineups of death for the Warriors during their championship runs was so different. It was so effective. Everybody else was trying to figure out the best way for them to also combat that small ball 5 lineup. Like, what are we supposed to do here? Like, what is he supposed to do? Yeah. And now people are thinking more about all of his antics than they are what he actually does on the court. Eric said in the comments here that Shell's pointing out that he's actually playing pretty well. And he is, like, he's shooting better from 3 and all that other stuff, but, like, the man is just reverting to some real low stuff. Like, yeah, we talked about it's like how Chris Paul was for a while, where you just be like, bro, like, you are great. Why are you doing this stuff that you're doing right now?
It's gross, bro.
You don't need to do all that.
It's gross, bro. But like you said, he always played kind of like
on the edge. Like, that's part of what, like, I get the players that want to play with an edge. Kevin Garnett was a big one. Like, he is somebody who's going to push. We watch Bobby Portis in Milwaukee every night. Like, when Bobby get ready to fight,
he been dust up the last like scuffles. 3 games in a row, bro.
And he got that respect level for him because everybody know what happened when he was in Chicago with Mirotic when he broke his teammate's
Everybody
face.
keeps saying he punched him out the league.
He did.
Bro, he came to us though.
He didn't last, did he?
That's a him problem.
And
actually, I feel like that may have been a coaching problem.
Well, the thing when Bobby did punch him, but the teammates were on Bobby's side. Miritich thought they was gonna get rid of Bobby, and they was like, "We gonna get rid of you." Like it. So yeah, there are certain guys in the league that play with an edge. We know that, but like Draymond has to. He got to find a line to be better because, like I mentioned, the thing that makes me sad is people gonna remember this more so than the actual game that he had on the court, which was revolutionary.
Yeah. Line up a dead, bro. You can't do it without him. But I'm hoping something close.
That's all we can hope. I mean, we saw Ja. You mentioned Ja. He's back.
Look like he ain't skipped a beat.
Exactly.
He looked good last night. Yeah.
They played the Pelicans, and they was down for most of that game, too.
Yeah. I'm not going to hold you. I tuned in. Like, I was keeping an eye on the score. I was prize picking yesterday.
Oh, so. I'm prize picking right now, my brother. I actually should.
Thank you. We could have talked about that on the way here. Anyway. But no, so I had him for rebounds last night. And I'm like, I'm not going to. He's been gone for 25 games? He ain't played since last season. I'm not finna go ahead and try not to know the points. You never know. They could have a minutes restriction, whatever. I was like, but I feel like he'll be like, I'm back out here. Let me bounce around and grab every board I can type shit. So he ended up with 6. I hit. Cool. But he looked good. Like, he hit the game-winning buzzer beater. The whole 9, like, giving off Alvarado. Is it Alvarado? Jose. He gave him the too small.
I mean, he's small.
Yeah, he had a good game. So I'm curious as to where the Grizzlies will end up. I don't have much faith in them.
Really? Not even with Ja back.
They're 7-19.
Yep.
So let's just hypothetically. They go on a 12-game winning streak.
They're 7-19. They are 13th in the West right now.
They got some bangers coming up too.
Let me look at the schedule.
Just for them to be 500, they would have to go 12 games straight.
I mean, at this point in the season, yeah, but like
that's almost halfway through the season.
We're a third of the way through.
They'll be 19-19.
I mean, after that run.
So
I hear you.
They'll be 38 games in. You only got 44.
It's a lot of games, fam. You're saying like it's not a lot.
I'm not saying it's not, but I don't think that. But that's them running 12 straight. That's no L's in between. 12 is a lot.
You're trying to have them all get it. You're trying to have them get
it all
back.
Break even first. That's the only way you're going to make the playoffs, honestly.
But you ain't got to break even by getting 12 straight. You can break even by going
4 and then 2.
Whatever, however it adds up. But like, it's a long season for you to get into it.
That's just, I feel like you don't have to break it. I don't see them, until they break even, I don't see them breaking even until at least halfway through the season. If that's the case. And then from that point, they got to go to the moon from there, because now you're playing catch up. I don't really got faith in them. If they do, they'll probably be a play-in for the number 10 spot.
It's not out of content. Like, that's the thing with me. We're looking at the Grizzlies, where people have been trying to throw dirt on them already, and I get they've had the injury misfortunes, which have
Smart
been bad.
To be back this weekend.
So, like, they are getting healthy. We haven't even got an all-star break. Like, there is still so much season left to be played. Now, when you look at the West and you're like, well, who are they going to pass? That's a good question, because the league is just deep right now, where you just like, there's so many good teams right now. I don't know how that's going to happen. Like, Minnesota, I'm just running through the standings right now.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota, Oklahoma City,
right,
Denver, Sacramento, Dallas, the Clippers, who have been
hooping.
The Pelicans, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Suns. That's the top 10. Then you have the Warriors, who are outside the top 10 right now. Utah, who probably going to stay there. Memphis, Portland, San Antonio.
Memphis going to kick it with the bottom barrel.
I don't
got them jumping over. Only person that can jump over is Houston, but Houston going to get jumped over by Golden State.
So really, it's 12 teams, 10 spots. Because the last 3, Utah, Portland, and San Antonio, nah, it's not y'all year. It's not your season.
What's Golden State record?
13-14.
They still got a big ass jump over them.
I mean, in Phoenix, it's 14-13. Like, final season left to be played.
It is. It's just,
who's gonna fall though? I don't know. That's the part about that.
7-19 is a lot.
It is, but it's 11 games behind first place.
That's a lot.
I'm sorry, I was looking at Utah. That's 13.5 games behind first place. My bad.
That's a
wrong team.
But
that's
like
only
you said,
5.5 out of 10.
Season.
Like, You just take it a game at a time. You play who's in front of you. Get your chemistry together. Continue working.
But we're like 30% of the way.
And Eric just pointed out, injuries happen. Look at Cleveland. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to keep playing. It's a lot of season left. So I'm not counting mental nothing. And I'm happy to see Ja back. All the off-court antics aside, Ja has been my guy since I watched him cook Marquette in the NCAA tournament. And I said, oh, this kid different.
Dude, that game, I was just like, this.
I said, this kid, we got nothing for this kid.
But at that time, I was like, I could see him being my new favorite point guard.
And the shot was like, he still has to get back in the game for him. Like, he's still getting back into, like, the shot was broke. But the way that man can finish around the rim.
It's unreal, bro.
The layup, the touch around. I'm like, dog, this dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. It's good to have Ja back. It's good for the game. And shout out to, what's it, RDC World?
Yeah.
Did you see they already
I was watching it when I was waiting on you. I was sitting there like, I seen him walk in. He had the hood on. He was trying to leave. I'm just trying to go home, bro.
I'm about to go home. What you about to do, Ja?
I'm just trying to go home, bro.
Pull a gun out like, why you got that, Ja?
Don't go live, Ja. He had his phone in his hand. What you mean I'm not going to do that? Hey, bro, check him.
I ain't no bit. Like, no, I love them. They are hilarious. But yeah, I'm happy that Ja is back. So can't wait to keep watching him.
For sure.
I got a question I want to bring up, but I want to do it when we have the full crew here. Because I saw it on Twitter and it made me go like, that is going to be such a fun conversation when it's all four of us here. Jason Concepcion, he tweeted out.
Concepcion.
That's
our guy.
That's my guy.
My guy.
He tweeted out, every NBA team should be allowed to clone one all-time franchise great, like in Foundation. No doubles, so the Warriors can't have two Steph Currys, for instance. They could clone Chris Webber, though, who would be perfect for them. So I want to have a conversation. Yes, if today your team could clone one great
from our franchise,
from your franchise history, who would you clone for your team? We ain't gonna dive into it deeply yet because there's some teams that's a really fun conversation. Maybe we can talk about the Bucks today because I saw one answer I'm like, that's perfect for this particular team. One legend for the Bucks. Give me Sidney Moncrief.
I was sitting here. I was like, Sidney Moncrief probably
perfect. We need a two that can defend. Give me Sidney Moncrief.
But I would love Ray.
I mean, Ray has some defense.
Ray played defense.
And then he could also
fucking sharpshooting extraordinaire, bro. Like. Leaving Ray Allen with these shots.
Dame and Ray, fam,
oh my god,
with Chris and Giannis and Drew.
And Ray was 6'6". So we had our
Ray
big
Allen
wing.
Is also, that's
bro. And he's shooting like shit. him and man. And
keep in mind, because if we're cloning Ray Allen from the Bucks time, so that's assuming that is Ray Allen as he was when we drafted him.
Right before we traded him, he was cooking.
So that means he had bunnies still. He could dunk.
He still was dunking on niggas.
Dunk. We had the dunking Ray Allen. We had this Ray Allen that I'm wearing.
A pick and roll with Ray Allen and Chris Middleton. Mitty throw the line to Allen. Wow.
He gonna show up and be like, wait, why my number taken?
Hey, Andre Jackson passes be beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, he be in the position where you think he going up, that motherfucker flip that bitch to the key. Cause I'm like, dog. Like last night, I was like, Pat Connaughton. I was sitting there watching. That's how I be. I be like Leonardo DiCaprio. and shit. Like, that thing was wide open at the key. Went up, came back up, caught that mama like that. Threw that bit out. Smacked it. I was like, that was a beautiful pass. But hell, even throw him in the mix, throwing passes like that, the Ray on the wing and shit like that. And we're coming in trying to relieve. Man, listen, I would love Ray Allen on this squad.
Eric said all gas, no brakes. F that defense.
Man.
Hey, that's this Bucks team now. You know what?
180.
Y'all right. Ray Allen is the right answer.
We putting a 180 a game.
Ray Allen is the right answer. Y'all are correct. Ray Allen is the right answer. I'm trying to get some defense, trying to get some balance.
Now that's kind of with this team right now. I seen you had posted something or you retweeted or liked something on Twitter about this offense. We're so used to defense being the calling card. Look at it now. Is this offense?
It's a new era. It's a new team. This ain't Bud's Bucks no more. Like, exactly. Bud's Bucks were defensive first. These are Adrian Griffin's Bucks. And these Bucks is about buckets.
He said that we want to get out running. We're going to start out shooting motherfuckers. Yeah. You have to keep up.
Yeah. Shells added, I knew Andre would be good, but he surpassed my expectations. Already. That's the part that's crazy. I think for myself, I didn't know what to expect from him. Like, I saw that he was a kid who had a real good feel for the game. He was a kid that was intelligent. He was a kid that could pass, play defense. But, like, and he still has a lot to learn. That's the part about it. But He's looked good in limited time. Like I'm here for it.
What's
He's
his today?
athletic.
Like 47?
He's shooting like 45% from three.
He was at 50 at one point. I remember
Like,
talking about.
it's
I was like,
crazy.
"Dude, okay." And he wasn't even supposed to be shooting threes.
That was his thing. It's like he can do everything but shoot. And Bobby Portis was interviewed about it, and he was mentioning, was asked about Andre. And he said, the thing about Andre that's so cool is that he be in the gym getting up plenty of threes. Like, we know, like, he's really working on it, like, diligently. Like, you see him with his trainer.
Liability here.
Like, he knows what he has to do to translate his game to the NBA level, and he's putting in the time to do it, and you're seeing it on the court. Like, he's not hesitating with these threes he's taking. He's pulling.
I mean, to be fair, that's dope as shit. Like, just imagine. So, like, right now at work, we got a basketball court. I've been shooting.
I've seen the video.
So, but imagine that's your job.
Yeah.
You want to make more money? Just go to the gym and put up shots. So, in your off time, your happy place, you just literally just shooting, putting up shots. And the more you put up, the better you get at it, the more money you can make out of it. Like, just being able to do that in my breaks, I'm like, this is cool. But now he has nothing but time. If he really wants to get better, he has nothing but time and opportunity to. You want to go to the gym open for you 24/7? What you want to do? You gonna do something with it or not? Like, now you really can, like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna just go out here and I'm gonna shoot 1,000 threes until I'm tired. That's dope.
Josh G in the comments said, "What do you think is up with MarJon?" Which relates to Eric's comment saying not to compare the two, but he's already flashed more than MarJon, and his basketball IQ is way higher. And I don't necessarily think there's anything up with MarJon, if that makes sense. I think he's a kid who's figuring it out too. All progress isn't linear, and all progress isn't the same. Like, Andre's flashing. I agree with Eric that he's flashed more already this season than what we've seen from MarJon. That's not for me to say that I don't think MarJon has shown any improvement over what we saw last year. He seems to be more confident. Mm-hmm. He seems to, when he's on the court, like,
more relaxed.
Yeah, like he's playing freer. Now, looking at trajectories, I don't know if his is going to be as high anymore as I initially thought it could be.
I still don't feel like he's playing as free as he can.
I think he could be, it could be better still for him, but it's a step ahead already because he's somebody who looks like a confidence player. Is what I saw last year a lot. Like, if he got in his head, it wasn't about to be a good game. But this year, he seemed more confident. And when Andre and him are on the court together,
what Andre does, I expected him to do.
Yes, but Andre's better at it already.
We got MarJon. We're like, damn, this kid's athletic freak, and we get
Andre,
and we're like, no, this motherfucker is athletic.
It's different when you athletic than someone who's more athletic show up. And you like,
that's what I'm talking about speed.
No, I get it. I get it now.
You'd be fast. You show, you like, damn, no, that motherfucker
is fast. But that's what I see with MarJon.
What up, cuz? By the way, you know what I'm saying?
What cuz? Who cuz?
That's G.
Oh, that's your cuz? Oh, what up?
I think so.
What if it's not?
What up, family? You know what I'm saying? You still part of Tech 5 fam?
But no, like, I still think like we still got some more time to see what MarJon can be, what he can do. But I like watching them on the court together. Shell's agreed with me on that point, and we'll see. It's still a lot of season left to be had.
Yeah, I think they could be.
We'll see.
I need to see this pro-am circuit, MarJon. No, I told you we don't do that shit here on the Bucks, bro. You don't be shooting up, putting up these damn videos and dropping all these damn buckets.
You ain't gonna have that type of role.
I ain't trying to hear all of that. Them the same motherfuckers watching you there, same ones watching you on TV, same ones watching you in the building.
But it ain't.
Put him up, dog. That's why I say I don't feel like he's playing free, like as he could, because there's a lot of times where I feel like he could take the shot,
but he can't. A lot of the time, like, dog, he be on the court with Drew. Well, not Drew. I keep calling this man Drew Holiday. With Dame, with Chris, with Giannis, with Brooke, with Malik Beasley, who's gonna try to get 10 threes up if he can't. Like, I hear what you're saying, but there's a hierarchy of like who's gonna get shots. And
if he open though,
he can't force him though. Like, if he's open, he's gonna shoot him. But like in pro-am, this man had the ball in his hands, and he's sitting here getting his shot creation bag off and doing what it's summer. He's working on his game. He ain't gonna have.
I need to see the work.
But you're like, it ain't the same role. So to think that he gonna come out here and drop pro-am numbers in the NBA, like, that's unrealistic.
No, I don't want him to drop pro-am numbers. I want him to have the same comfort level as the pro-am. That's what I'm expecting.
He was the star there. He ain't the star here. Like, it's a different role. Like, now you need to be a star as a role player.
I get it.
And what your role is gonna be is to hit these open threes, play some defense, and move the ball around and be like, that's it. In 15 minutes at most. In an evening.
I feel like, Shell's coming. I feel like Andre should be starting now from here on out.
I've been saying it, man. Give me some starters.
I feel like it, but you know they got to make the rookie go through.
He got to work for it.
He
got to work for it. But that's cool. That's cool. Oh, my fault, Mike. I'm talking to the microphone like it's an actual thing with feelings.
Hey, you're being polite.
You got to pull your
up this way. Yeah, hold on. Iron Bizzle, baby.
All right, let's get into some wrestling here.
Wrestling.
Now, my wrestling thing is real quick this week. Okay. We saw Bray Wyatt had passed unexpectedly. It was unfortunate, the heart attack and everything like that. But I saw his dad was doing an interview. IRS, basically the IRS man from early 80s, 90s wrestling. He mentioned the fact that WWE put Bray Wyatt on a Legends contract. Mm-hmm. So now all merch that's sold benefits Bray's kids and his family.
Oh, that's dope.
And I thought that was super dope. And I wanted to get the word out. Like, if you were a Bray Wyatt fan, or you're just somebody who's like, I want to support his family after they lost him unexpectedly, buying his merch through WWE shop actually benefits his family and his kids. So I wanted to put that word out there in case anybody wanted to, like, you know, try to support his family. Because I thought that was pretty dope for the WWE to do.
Yeah, that's super dope. Like, and I thought that was the case. Like, typically, well, I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but I feel like the WWE has been one of those organizations that if something happens with the entertainer themselves, that they actually kind of like take care of the family still after the fact. I guess I know it's not the case with all families. I know there's some families out there that hate them. Yeah. But
Owen Hart's one.
I think I ain't gonna put that out there.
They ain't perfect.
They're not. But I feel like some of the ones that they care about, the ones that they take care of, they take care of.
You said the ones they care of, but that's rude, fam.
No, like the one they care to take care of, like that capacity. Like the Takers and the Michaels and all of them cats like that. Like they would take care of those guys. Bray was of that caliber as far as the star goes in the organization behind the scenes.
I don't think I would put him up there with those, because those dudes were like at the longevity aspect of it too. I just think that's a decent thing for him.
Well, I'm saying, like, as far as like his interaction with the back, like the creativity process, the front, being in the front and the back end of it, being able to set up the shows, produce a couple things like that. Like, he was really back there with those guys. He was in the creative rooms and things like that. So I feel like because he was that intertwined in the company, they was like, we'll give you that.
Eric's comment is great. They've gotten better. Let's leave it there, because like they definitely do. Not
like, I know some people hate them, bro. I know
of taking care.
There's some active.
I don't even know if it's anything that I just think, like, again, Triple H's head, like, it's different things happening there. Like, just it was decent business for them to do that, and I just wanted to shout them out for doing that, because it was decent for them to do. And it benefits Bray's family. So give them some love for that.
They get a couple pat pats.
Couple pat pats. Yeah.
Real quick, mine is I know I talked about the road to WrestleMania. I've been kind of hashing on it, but I'm looking at the different chess pieces that they're putting in play now. So it's kind of interesting where they're moving to. For example, the women's. Spoiler alert! If you ain't watching Raw, you're kind of watching it on a lag. But
I haven't.
Should I tell you then?
Go ahead.
All right. So the women's WWE Tag Team Championships changed hands on Monday. Mm-hmm. So the Katana Chance and Kaden Carter got the belts now, which I thought that they should have had when they first. But I get it. You got to go through the thing. Yeah. I get it. But I looked at that was kind of my first glance. Like, oh wait, they really moving chess pieces now, because for a while Piper Niven and Chelsea Green weren't. Chelsea Green carried the women's titles by herself for a second after.
The women's championship?
Yeah.
Chelsea Green and
her partner got hurt.
Or Oldham who got hurt.
Yeah. But after she got hurt, she carried it for a couple of weeks by herself. She was doing a social media thing to kind of keep it relevant.
That was actually kind of fun.
Right. But they kept the titles kind of relevant in that moment. But that was about it. Other than that, they ain't really had nobody to go against like that. No legit tag team. Whereas them two coming up, Aiden Carter and Katana Chances, they actually have tag team moves. They actually look absolutely fantastic. Yeah, they're a legit tag team, so they can travel across all three brands while they are building the division. So a couple weeks ago, I was like, well, they're digging back into the women's division, trying to build it back up. This is another step in that process, because now you have two women who are going to be certified bona fide champs. They look like tag team. They got the same attire, things like that. Like, they've been doing it for a while. They got the chemistry. Have them run the gauntlet for a minute, but you're building up other folks in the process. Now you're the women's division, as far as the tag team goes, is back. You got the You got some young rising talent that got belts, and you also have the old steady heads. So you got the Roman Reigns, the Seth Rollins, they got the bang belts, right? Gunther, you got the Intercontinental title. You got young up and coming with Dragon League in the NXT North American Championship. You got young up and coming with Io Sky.
Paul.
You got young up. Well, Rhea Ripley not young and up and coming no more, but she's established now. But she's like in between.
You can put her with the Romans in there
because she gonna last another.
She gonna last with the Romans and then she's established.
So you have the mixture now. They're trying to build the young cats, while at the same time keeping the bigger titles. Okay, we have this, then, what was the tag team titles for the men's division? You got Judgment Day. So it's like you have different elements, and they're trying to blend everybody. And you have some of the guys from NXT that you seen 2 years ago now part of the main crew. You got some of the guys that was around a couple years ago that was at the top. You got the Randy Ortons coming back. You got the AJ Styles coming back. So like now they're moving the chess pieces to where they can really start putting on banger after banger after banger. Like it's gonna be one. I feel like this upcoming Royal Rumble is probably gonna be one of the most entertaining ones that we've seen in quite some time.
Do you think Sasha Banks returns?
I do.
You do?
I think she comes back, bro. I really, really do.
If she don't, will you be like disappointed? Like,
no.
Okay, so
it's one of those like if she do, I'm excited as shit. If she don't, it just goes along with the rest of the hearsay, hoopla, or whatever the case may be.
I wonder if Jade Cargill was gonna be ready for the Rumble.
I feel like that's where she gonna debut.
It could be a good spot to put her in because it's not like a match like where you got to work the whole thing by yourself.
That's what they did with the Rouseys and all of that stuff. Like that, folks show up at the Rumbles and then they'll.
Is that how Ronda Rousey debuted?
No, Ronda was at WrestleMania with the little.
I was gonna
side
say
thing
like,
with them, but she had the Rumble. I think before the WrestleMania match, she was in that Rumble. Then she won the Rumble. Yeah, she won the Rumble within that year.
Was that her first Rumble though?
Yeah, her first Rumble she won, and then she won the belt.
That wasn't her debut.
No.
Okay.
But it was one of those like, again, like AJ Styles. They bring those types back just to kind of blend them in. Some of the NXT.
AJ Styles came back jacked.
Yeah, he did. It's like Randy Orton.
Just like Randy. I was like,
AJ Styles ain't AJ Styles.
Got the old man.
And they start working out.
Eric said that all that move tells me about the women's tag team belt is that Damage Control is about to take those soon. And Sly added, in regards to Jade Cargill, please let her be ready, and that he's gonna make a sign. Yeah. You have a sign at the house, just holding it up like, yes, I'm here for Jade.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I would love Sasha back. Hell, a big surprise, and I don't know how. She said she wouldn't mind kind of dipping back into the wrestling, but I don't know if that's the production side or the actual wrestling side. But it'd be interesting to see if AJ Lee pops back up now that CM Punk's back. Again, it was said that she would look into trying to. I don't know if it's gonna be the back. I don't know if it's like a manager thing or whatever. But I would love to see that pop up. They all have the nostalgia and everything like that. Lee, I loved AJ Lee. She was cold.
She was fun. I'm good on it though. I'm good on it.
She's crazy as hell.
I'm good on it. That don't excite me.
But no,
maybe I'm alone on that. But
maybe not.
I don't know. AJ Lee don't like cool like the nostalgia. Like, oh shoot, AJ Lee.
You don't remember her like as a wrestler?
No, I do. Like my lasting impression and memory of AJ Lee is when she was crazy.
She played it to a T.
It was entertaining. Crazy.
She played it too, but she was really like one of the first like actual like the workers.
What am I saying? As if wrestlers don't come back after decades of being gone. What am I on here? We didn't just watch Edge come back after having a broken neck.
That's
Trish Stratus just finished the run up.
Randy Orton, I mean, honestly, he had the spine surgery.
I feel like Trish is a really good analogy, actually, because she was gone for
ever. Like, she was one of the few where Ariel like, we wish Trish would come back. We miss you, Trish.
Trish said, no, thank you.
And she came back
and said,
she had a run.
I got a run at me. Yeah.
She had a run. And she had a good one. Yeah. It was real good. So
you know what? Go ahead, AJ Lee. If you want to come back, go ahead. I'm not even going to hate. I'm going to appreciate. One thing I will say real quick as we wrap up here. I've realized this about myself because I'm not watching wrestling. Like, I don't watch like every single thing. Like, if I catch the replay with Noman and I catch it, otherwise, I'm going to just read what happened.
Right.
I am good at picking who's going to pop. It's a low-key talent.
That's
that funny. I have. I look at them like, oh no, they ain't gonna make it. And no one be like, wait, why you saying they was cold? Like, you know, I was like, they ain't got it. When I first saw LA Knight, the way he was like, oh, this guy. I said, who is he? He said, oh, this dude right here. He is so annoying. And I watched him cut that promo, and I said, no, that guy got it. And he looked at me like, what? And I said, no, this guy has it. And my other low key, I'm cheering for him to do it is Pretty Deadly.
Oh, they gonna get him. Yeah, they've
Pretty
been
Valley
owed
got
those
it.
championships right before bro got hurt. They was finna win them championships. They gonna give it back to him. They might do it at the Rumble or Mania.
Them brothers got it. They are entertaining and they can like they
are
they got it.
They're the lightest tag team champions.
The lightest?
They're the lightest, and I think they have one of the longest. I think they're the longest reigning NXT champions.
Oh,
too.
I didn't know that.
No, they got some accolades out of NXT before. They was about to get him the belts before old boy got hurt, and now that he's back, I thought they would probably throw him back in and give it to him right away. But no, they're gonna let everybody else kind of jump in. I think they might get their moment at Mania.
We're gonna see. Eric added that AJ was mid. And it's just that her competition was ass. Maybe that sounds about where I'm like, it don't make me excited to hear AJ Lee is gonna come back. I wouldn't get excited if I heard the Bella Twins was coming. Like that's like I'm like, like I know the name, but like you don't do anything for me where I'm like I can't wait to see.
I used
you
to
match
love
up
Nikki
against.
Bella though.
Everybody loved Nikki Bella. Everybody loved Nikki. You ain't strange for that, but. That's all we got for this week. Again, if you could continue to keep Ken and his family up in prayers as they working through some things, sorting through some things. Keep Eric up as he is healing. Make sure you get better, feel better soon, brother. And we hope that you enjoyed the show this week. This is actually our last show before Christmas. For all those who celebrate, we celebrate Christmas here on this couch. So I'm talking about Christmas. To all those who celebrate Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it might be, happy holidays to you. You got any fun Christmas plans? We got out of here.
I mean, Christmas gonna be fun wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So the plans follow me. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just we're gonna hit both sides. We're only hitting 2 houses on Christmas. So we ain't multi-house. We'll see you and y'all.
On this day,
y'all, we good.
Keep it moving.
But no, I do hope that everybody have a happy holidays. I hope that you have a lot of the family brings you joy, is what I expect and what I hope. Like no matter what material side happens or anything like that, but whatever the case, whoever your circle is, whoever your people's is, I hope they in this time can bring you joy, because this is a time of sharing, this is a time of joy, this is a time of happiness, this is a time of giving, it's a time of love, honestly. So I hope that your loved ones or whoever that you decide to keep around you bring you that this season.
That's love right there. Shell said I missed the Packer talk. Yeah, we talked about them a bit when we were talking about the NFL playoff race at the beginning of the show. Just mentioned their playoff chances and how likely it would be for them to make it. As for my Christmas plans, with my side, Christmas Eve, with the Mr. side on Christmas, it should be a good holiday. It's a lot of things that you see where you be like, I definitely can feel that. Like people always be like, hey, be extra nice during the holidays. You don't know what people going through. Like
that's every day though.
No, because holidays are supposed to be so joyous and happy, and they can add a different level of like stress onto somebody if they're not feeling joyous or happy or they're going through something.
Correct.
This is my first holiday dealing with a level of grief that I've never experienced before. And I understand those messages on a whole different level now, where people just be like, hey, I know holidays are supposed to be happy, but they ain't for a lot of people.
They can drum up things.
And I'm trying to bring that holiday joy out, to have that vibe and that energy. But man, it is hard.
I'm sure.
It is really hard to do that. But I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful that I'll be able to be with my family, spend time with my family, hopefully see some friends, because normally this is the week where folks take off of work for a little bit. So, I'm hopeful to get some of that love that you mentioned. That's what I need to be around over the next week. So looking forward to that. And we're going to wrap up because we can already hear the next podcast here too. This ain't our day.
It's not.
It's not our day.
We appreciate the
hospitality.
The swerve when we drive.
The guys for accommodating my schedule with the Bucks playing on Tuesday and everything like that. So we're going to wrap up. Ready to get up out of here. Again, wishing everybody happy holidays to those who celebrate. And we'll have some more tech file for y'all next week when we come back around. So we're going to get up out of here. If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter, Instagram, these 2K PSN streets. Yes, whatever. Y'all know I'm at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae.
I really do miss the because.
It ain't there. But at Bugs Burner for Eric J. And K Harris 216 on
X.
Twitter. Everyday _gentleman on Instagram and Snapchat.
I guess I'll keep the same tone. It's your boy TIM. KINZ, the number 3. AKA Ass Ketchum.
You can't beat me.
AKA Mr. Give it to me. All right, y'all. Well,
we out of here.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody. You getting the holiday rap?
Jingle bell, Batman really smells. Under that cape, who knows? I can never tell. But we about to here. I'm about to try this game. We about to say some words. I'm about to sound real lame. This ho ho ho. It's ho ho ho.
It's ho ho ho. Did you see someone made a Santa do-rag? No. And they said dashing through the hose?
I fuck with it. I like it. Dashing through the hose.
Dashing through the hose, man. What's the show title this week? It's not
my One Horse Slaying Bay.
Here we go.
Over the hill she goes. Clapping all the way.
No!